Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Transport Fever. It is the year 2027. We are in the future and we're staring lovingly at the retired steam train that we put out of business in the last episode. It's just sitting there. It's having a lovely time, just sat outside the airport, just shy of San Bernardino. It's marvellous. So yes, right. What's going on? Last time, the big thing last time was finishing off the West Coast Main Line, and as you can see, it's ticking along. Once I've got a few more trains on there, it'll really start to come into its own. But it's building up business. At present, we are carrying a little bit of a loan, as I'm sure you would expect, but we are onwards and upwards, and I have, as is occasionally traditional, played forward a little to see what disasters await us. So why don't we choose a nice camera angle while I say something along the lines of, so stay tuned and we'll see what awaits us. So last time around, everybody mentions it in the comments, which seems to be a thing for this series, was, hey there, Colonel, you want to place stops on both sides of the road if you want people to use your clockwise and anti-clockwise tram services out here in Waterbury. So I've done that, but let's look at the future. That's all fixed. When we come back to the original area of the map, it's all going swimmingly. I mean, it really is, kicking along very nicely indeed. I could up the number of services pretty much everywhere, and we'd make more money, and I intend to do just that. But before we get anywhere else, I want to turn your attention just briefly to this fine airport here. Its partner down the other end of the map is down the other end of the map. And I have played forward by 20 years, and I have yet to see it generate any kind of a significant profit, or even an insignificant profit. It's only ever made a loss, no matter how many aircraft I stuff on it. So I'm still of the opinion that San Bernardino's complete absence of any reason to visit it is cause number one. However, there is more that I could do to jolly that along. I'm not quite there yet. I will be there shortly, but not this time. Right, this time what I'm going to do, first things first, is where's my heavy goods? Here we go. Right, so this chap here is routinely filling his entire cargo section, which is exactly what we want him to do. But as we can see up there at Flint West, he's got more weighting than he can actually carry. I don't know why the train is mail, it just is. So we want to resolve that initially. What colour should we make it? And the resolution is really quite straightforward. More, please. Now, these stations are both 340, I think, meters long, 320, 340. So I'm going to make this guy as long as he can possibly get. That's the plan. Now, grain appears to be more abundant than livestock, so we're going to focus there. Currently packing 8 of each. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll go the rest of the way with these jolly boxcars. Take it all the way to the max that you can handle. There we go. That should do it. In fact, that might even be over long. But hey, I'm pretty much over it. Now, you need 31.5 million in order for that to pay off. So I'm going to borrow that, just to save you fine people from having to wait. The money, after a couple more years, the money starts to come in thick and fast. Oh, come off it. Everybody else is kind of going, there's cash in the bank. Everybody, quick, upgrade. Look, get that in there. If I could earmark it just for that train, I would. 36, 37, 38. That's good. Come on, get in there. Get upgraded. I'm going to keep it topped up just so we don't miss out. Do not miss out. That's more than enough. Upgrade. There we go. Right, now, pay it back, pay it back, pay it back. Yes, okay, the slightly desperate approach there to getting things working, but the upshot should be that this chap now starts to make some very serious money indeed. As you can see, 216 of 216 grain, which was actually the max capacity that this train had previously, although admittedly split down the middle. But with another 81 livestock on top, this should start to kick the farm here into high gear. That is the plan, and yeah, I mean, we're going to do some upgrading. I need some cash because we need to move a bit more stuff around. We are not currently moving enough stuff around, and by this I largely mean that goods deliveries out at the kind of the business side of things is you know, we could be going a little bit further and faster with that. So I'm going to buy a couple of freight liners here. When I say a couple, I mean 3. And which route's waiting? They both are. So I'm going to put 2 on Alpha because I know Alpha waits longer. Where are you? You go Alpha, please. No, actually, you go Bravo. War Food Delivery Bravo. And then you both go Alpha. And this is going to be, you know, something of the theme for the moment. Eventual intention. I think that's probably a phrase. Will be that we run separate trains, and I know this has been suggested as well. Separate trains for both Warren and Boston in a food sense, in order to keep it motoring, and that will work. But equally, I mean, I want to get food up to Henderson. You know, there are riches in them there hills. The Indianapolis route is perhaps a little circuitous because, you know, I decided I wanted to run it alongside there. Whereas if I'd gone as the crow flies, that could pay off a little bit better. But you know, who gives a monkeys about crows? Look, see, look, the cash, it's happening. Repay. We'll pay this down just before the end of the year, and then after the year we'll take it all out again, because I want to start sticking more trains down the west coastline. At the same time, I'm going to expand other services, because we've got I mean, expansion is now, you know, pretty easy. We can make money that fast, and largely I'm using the loan the way that you should use it, which is to kind of supplement the cash that you've got available at a moment's notice, but not to be, you know, if I don't borrow this, we're going out of business. It's more about a case of, if I borrow this, we can accelerate the business. That's the reason. That's the plan. That's the goal. But look at all this lot. See. If we look at Boston, for example, Central Line, 197 waiting. Boss Pem. Now, Boss Pem, there is a big opportunity at Boss Pem. Yeah, you see, when I experimented with airports, I even put these turkeys out of business and set them up with some modern technology. But no, nobody was interested in the slightest. What are you still carrying? You're still carrying another 46. It's barely worth your while coming out there. 2 trains would be far more exciting. Maybe I deviate from what I've planned. Now, where have I put stuff onto the Boss Pem in the first place? Because another one on there would seem to be a no-brainer, and I still haven't got round to setting up a proper depot for this stuff. Let's have a look. You're currently running with this electric number here. This is our favoured one on the west coast because it's cheaper. Equally, we could go aggressive and put a speedy number on there, but I don't think we will. I think we'll keep it cheap for the moment. Right, let's not buy one because I'm out of cash. There we go. I'll buy one. I've got the cash. And then wagons. I suspect this is going to be 8. Right, we ought to put a colour scheme on this route, actually, while I think about it. 2, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I get 6 there? Or was I just, convincing myself I had 3, 4, 5. 5. I need 3 more. Come on, trains, start delivering. And, and it is fundamentally all about trains if we're talking profits. Hang on, we'll say 5, 6. That's 6. 2 more. Yeah, the trains really are going gangbusters when it comes to making money, but there is equally a large amount of cash to be made from road, and there are several services, and we'll take a look at one in a moment that accomplishes the same thing. Actually, I only need 1 more. That's good. Come on. We don't have all day. Well, we do. People like sticking around. I mean, the very least I could do is sit somewhere interesting, and we could watch that while we're on our quest for monies. And there are a couple of very, very exciting towns going on. If we just agitate these windows out in the right kind of direction here. There you go, we can watch the comings and goings at Indianapolis, which has got a ton of people waiting, and they're waiting for the flipping Boss Pem, which I'm trying to build another one of as soon as I get another 2 million quid. And pay up. Thank you. There it is. Good. Set line, Boss Pem, go. Now, the big question there, of course, is was that the appropriate depot? It certainly seemed to be. Actually, I'm gonna go against my own rules, and I'm gonna set the colour scheme for this. Now, what have you got there? You've got kind of white and green. What about white and grey? There you go. That's rather pleasant. Also, let's set the. No. Metroliners? No, sir. No, we don't subscribe to Metroliners anymore. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to set this to auto-replace to something a little bit different, a little bit more pacey. 1, and then I want at least 200, so that means 10 coaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which is too long for the stations. The reason we're using this West Rail is it's the only coach on the US side of things that's actually fast enough to get the job done. Yeah, I know, shocking. Right, there we go. So no sooner than I set all of this in motion, than we've got another 10 million in the bank. I mentioned that the money was about to start rolling, and there it is, rolling. Good. Now, I need to keep half an eye on the station here, because we've got another couple of upgrades that need doing. Indianapolis, I need to sort the food out there. Where are we? Indianapolis food bulk. And a couple episodes ago, yes, I did have trucks on the wrong flipping line. I don't even know if it was Indianapolis, but I have since fixed that. Indianapolis food bulk, please. Food delivery. There you go. Now, adding just one more at the moment should be enough to kind of ease demand forward. Same thing goes for Flint, I guess. We've got a depot here. A Freightliner, buy that, set line, Flint food delivery. So I think what we'll do, where are we? We're going to make a start on delivering food to Henderson. Now, the good people of Henderson are hungry. They're hungry for success. They're hungry for food. And that means a little bit of adjustment to the lines that we've got going on here at the moment. Really, 4? Is that all? That seems very casual as far as amounts of food goes. So that was what? That's the Indianapolis. It's only carrying 31. It will do more. I mean, look, as you can see, the Warren Boston bulk food setup is, it's really demanding large amounts. And I guess it's because certainly when you get to Boston, the food is delivered right to the heart of where it actually needs to be. And I think when I start a secondary playthrough, we'll focus with that in mind. Right, let's slow it down. I want to put a couple more wagons on here. Set vehicle. We'll stick with the winning formula. I like the winning formula. And wagon up. How many? So I think it's got 8 at the moment. So it's got a capacity of 180. No, it's got 10 at the moment. Let's go 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 14. Max it. Yeah, there we go. Set at 25%. Off you trot. That should do the trick. I've got 29 million. It's mid-month, so it's unlikely we burn it all before then. I've increased delivery at Warren. There we are. Very nice. Oh, actually, this is a 320 as far as station length is concerned. So, they are 216. And that, in turn, will generate more cash. Let's go for a bit of repayment, given that the monies are rolling in. That's down below 50 again. There we go. Look at that. See, now we're starting to get... We're going to have to watch this one. I'm sorry. There you go. We'll watch it hit the crossing here. And this is the point at which when goods trains really start to make a difference. In terms of, I mean, not just in a profit sense, but also in the sense of, you know, just hauling a whole bunch of stuff. Magic. How much was that worth? 1.29 million. Have seen better. Alright, people. Distribute. Like your lives depend on it. Right. Let's plan out this here route. Okie dokie. So the complex things that we have to accomplish here is, well... So the challenge we're going to face is getting it over the river again, and then getting it into Henderson. Now, the smart money might be to run up, kind of paralleling the river, go across here, and then hang round. But that is... not the fastest route. You know, Pythagoras is our homeboy here, and he's shaking his head in a little bit. No, you don't want to do it like that. All right, pause. There we go. Right. Now, the reason I'm pausing is because I want to do stuff with this. What's this bridge doing? Right, this bridge is going to be... yeah, I don't care that the main connection is interrupted. We need to do this cleverly. Now... you know, that would be a first. But we need to do this in a way that actually is going to make sense. There we go. You go around there. We'll keep that route as it is. Don't electrify it, please, because we don't need it electrified. I'm running diesels. We don't need electrification. Right. Here we go. So, first up, hold everything. Hold everything. That's not gonna work, is it? We're gonna need to. There we are. We're gonna need to give that an out before we go any further. We also, a couple of its wagons appear to have fled the scene. Let's double check the route now that I've monkeyed with it. Yeah, I see. That's no longer a route that you can use there, chum. What should we do? Let's waypoint it. Actually, let's not waypoint. Let's use a signal to get the job done. And we'll stick that on. Yeah, because you're only going to cross over there once. So once you've crossed over, you'll be on that side permanently. So the reason I'm sticking a signal there is just in case the Flint train is in at that time, as much as the Flint train comes in on the other track. Okay. No, the Flint train does come in on this track. Okay, as much as... No, there is no as much as. Carry on. All right, good. Warren Exchange, add to... What? Hold on. Indianapolis Food Point. Yeah, this is Warren Exchange. Go there, like that. Okay, good. Press on. Let's get you rolling back in the right direction there, amigo, and then I'll get back to work. Right, so it never needs that side of the station again. Admittedly, I could quite easily make the station quite a bit bigger, but I think I'll wait until later to do that. Now, that's all right, but what I want here is I want it, if I can branch off from there, which it seems to be willing to let me do. Now, I don't want you to go up. Normally, yes, I'd be more than happy for you to get to ground level, but the direction we're going is down. So, if you start off that way, right, let's go. Now, I don't need to go any further down. Just as far down as you are right now will do fine. And actually, I quite like the notion of running it in a gully as well. So I haven't even scouted Henderson yet. I think we'll get as far as there. Now I'm going to have to do something as far in a bridged sense, and I'm going to need to start thinking about that now because I needed to start thinking about that a couple of minutes ago. Oh, knickers! Right, upwards. Increase thine elevation, won't you? Now, if I do that, what happens when I get to here? No. Don't snap to anything. I just want to have a quick look at what you think a bridge looks like. I need that green. That's enough green. All right. So what have we got here? We've popped a bridge out of the gully, which is weird, but it works. Okay, keep going. See, 23 million quid in the bank. Look, plenty of money. I can muck around with this all day. 200 is more than enough speed. What I don't need you to do is start decreasing the height again. So if we actually... Sorry for the rapid camera movements there, people. No, that looks like it's relatively stable. Now, the auto save at the end of the year is starting to get a little more severe. But I have, as mentioned, I've played forward a fair bit, and it does keep running. Right, now, from there, let's have a look and see where the commercial sector lives. Right, well, in the main, it's over here. Here's something else I observed just while we're in the area. This bridge is the only connection between the two sides of Henderson. Now, Henderson is easily the biggest town that I have, and therefore that's less than ideal. Right, I think I'm going to probably want the station there in order to get max immediate delivery going on, with a truck pickup as well to take it over to the other side of town. I don't think anyone's going to dispute the logic of that. Let's have a look. We're going to want a max lengther because there's a very high chance. In fact, what's nearby? We could then hook up with the line going down to Independence and feed them too. Oh, this is all kinds of exciting. All right, that's the alignment. Let's get 2 lines on there. Let's get high speed. Yeah. All of this. So if you would be so kind as to... What do you mean you can't align the terrain? Terrain's not that difficult to align. I mean, yeah, we're on a bit of a slope, but, who's really counting? I mean, is there... that train track is going to get in the way. Okay, and if we were to move up here a touch, the coverage would be less, and the coverage isn't great already, but up there would probably be the place to go. Okay, right, fine. Just as well that my slush fund can run to this kind of behaviour, isn't it? Yeah, I know it's a main connection. Nobody cares. There we go. Let's go about here. Now this is going to lose some of that initial delivery impetus. I thought for a moment that I'd placed a passenger station, but no. For once, competence was on my side. Now you get over there with some kind of radical bridge stylings. One building will be removed. It's that building's unlucky day. Right, I also want to, if I can, should have done it before, but I've pulled it off anyway. I'll run that under there, and then we'll hook it up onto here, and then we'll spin out of it. Oh, of course it's possible. Too much slope. Get knotted. Look, where is there too much slope? I mean, we've got this bridge to contend with here, but surely construction very much is possible. Stuff the zebra crossing. I may be just a little bit too close to be able to do this very well. Hold on. Let's go from there. Too much slope. But there just isn't. I think it's because it's interfering with the bridge. In fact, it's because it's interfering with the bridge. That's why it's giving me, slope trauma. Alright. Mind you, saying that, it's not like I've even got this working properly. Yes, I have. You see, I have got that working properly. And then, no. This. So, no, not that either. Something like that, only better, is what I'm after. Well, let's chance it and see what we get. Where's the flipping snap point gone? Terrain alignment collage. Well, we've spent some time having a go with our friend Too Much Slope. It's only reasonable that the grand dam of error messages gets a look in. Go like that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Right. Do this. All right. Make it straight, will you? Just. Would you mind? I wanna run all the way along here. Right. There we go. There is a bit of a gully, but that's okay. Yeah, see? You're getting it. Construction flipping is possible. There you are. Marvellous. Right, and then I want to hook that onto some kind of magnificent underground bypass. I mean, the other thing that I'd quite like to do is I'd like to encourage the town to start growing in between the tracks here. I mean, this is perfectly serviceable ground. Right, if I were to go like that. Don't try and connect to anything. No. Look, I'll do the clever stuff. All I need you to do is become a tunnel. Go on, there you go. 880,000, worth every penny. There we are. And then you can come. Well, no, actually, I'm going to take you round to there. And then that can hook up on here. There we are. Right. Good. Well, that's the other side of town connected once again. I mean, it's quite a severe tunnel, but we don't have to look at it. In fact, is there a button that turns off underground view? I don't think any of those will do it. No, a button that turned off underground view would be a boon. How about something like that? Too much slope. No matter how far one goes, too much slope is the message, is the answer. That's a shame. Okay, well we'll have to go another way. See, now I've got into internal town redevelopment. Go bridge yourself. Just like that. I don't want it quite that high. Yeah, that'll do it. And we'll do a bit of that. And And then we'll do a bit of this. Right. Right, and if I can pull that over there. There we go. We've ably demonstrated. I'm pretty sure that hasn't just connected with the tunnel. It is kind of tricky to see. But, you know, if all's well... Now, can you get over there without complaining? No, you can't. You can get over there with complaining. Up, 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 up. No, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Not unless I make something incredibly large. Alright. Because I need it to connect to the other side as well. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this. Now, whether or not this grows, I have no idea. But it's going to be fun finding out, isn't it? I could have just taken that. Let's connect to somewhere where it's not going to look quite so insane. Right. Okay, now, here comes the challenge. And the challenge is getting this rail system over the top of the existing stuff. Now, fortunately, it's going downhill. So, getting it to go bridge. See... Virtually no effort required there. That's pretty cool. Okay, good. Right, now, where's the other end? It's around here somewhere. I left it there. Right, okay, so that's got to come up here. Now, we either go one side or the other side of the iron mine there. So if I were to actually head out that way now, it gives us a few more choices. We'll take it. Thank you very much. We'll also do the other side at the same time. I am going to need a set of points on here so that I can keep one as a through track. Right. Okay. Let's see just how bad things can be. Right. 11.5 million quid. Well, it's dramatic, I'll give you that much. Do we want to run with that? I think we might, you know. I think we just might. Whatever. We'll take it. It will pay for itself in, you know, in mere decades. That will have paid for itself. Right, let's bash this all the way over here. Oh, this is... We're trying to pull it. We're doing a game-crashing maneuver here. There we are. Right. Okay. Managed to get that far. Well, we'll have to take it. Let's get things rolling again. Pretty sure I've reconnected everything. Get you around there. Yeah, 9:15. That's okay. Okay, so we're going to. It won't happen now. Clearly, won't happen now. I haven't got the money. But we're going to run two, I would imagine, pretty hefty goods trains out to both Independence and to Henderson. Now Henderson's the important one, obviously, and then let's do that. Is that a good place to do it? I guess that's a good place to do it. There we go. Right, and we'll just signal up to avoid any unnecessary conflicts, and we'll set it up so that they can self-space. There we go. Splendid. Okay, right. Now I've already observed the farm. Yes, the farm has already kicked into high gear in my research mission, getting up as high as kind of 1600, which is most heartening. It's just a case of how much higher can we get it to go. Right, let's get the line set up and see which way it prefers. From Henderson West. Now this is a good length run, this one, so it might not pay off very often, but when it does, it's going to be, you know, a fiesta for all involved. I think... Yeah, I think we wait on the way back, given that both trains will accelerate better. Because I'm trying to think of this in a sense of what's going to be terrain alignment collision. Oh, this was the easy bit. Come on. There it is. That's the ticket. Like that. Right, and then we're going to stick a waypoint on that one. Right, and then add a station here. Like that. Yep. And then we can pass straight through when we head out the other way. So pass straight through, which means that it will only have to wait at the station because of the double trackedness, where one side will potentially be blocked. It will only have to wait for that going in one direction. So this is going to be Henderson, yes, which is hen, yes, food, bulk. Splendid. And next time around, you see, you thought I was going to do it now. No, I'm not going to do it now. Next time around, what we shall do is we'll get that rolling, and I think we'll move straight on to Independence, possibly by way of spending a little more. Hello, what's going on here? Why are you... you're stopped because there is something coming in the other way. Okay, well, in that case, what we shall do here is we'll stick another one on there. That'll do it. What was I saying? I was talking about next time around. Ah, yes, next time around, what we shall endeavour to do. Oh, how long's that been sat like that? I bet that's wrecked the entire queue there. Yeah, next time around we'll throw a few more trains up the whatever it's called, the West Coast Main Line, and we'll get this all rolling yet further. I leave you with something admirable to look at. Let's pull away and look at something admirable. If I slow it down, I can pull further away from it, like that, see? So thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. It would be nice if the train from Flint was appearing about now. That would be something quite special. Is that too much to ask? I'm guessing it is. Yeah, please leave a like on this one if you enjoyed it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next part, which will do the heavy lifting. It will bring it will bring further adventure, profit, and mayhem. And I'm going to have to run another one of these goods trains, because otherwise I've got no chance in actually keeping up. That's pretty cool. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.